Dear students, welcome you all to Digital Learning System, a virtual platform created by Department of Collegiate Education. In this session, we are learning about the combined leverage under Unit 2nd of Capital Structure, the financial management subject, the syllabus prescribed by Mangalore University for 5th semester BCom. Before going for learning combined leverage, we shall recall what we have studied during last two sessions. During last two sessions, we are learning about the leverage. Leverage is nothing but using of or force applied somewhere and it is getting result somewhere. In the sense, in financial management, leverage means using of fixed cost in operating structure and the financial structure so as to maximize return of equity shareholders. As we know, there are three types of leverages: operating leverage, financial leverage, and combined leverage. First, operating leverage. Operating leverage means the use of fixed cost in the operating structure, and financial leverage means using of fixed cost finance in capital structure or in financial structure. The operating structure means sales minus variable cost is equal to contribution minus fixed cost is equal to profit or EBIT. The use of fixed cost in this structure that increases the profit or operating profit. For example, there are two types of cost that we are finding here: variable cost and fixed cost. Variable cost increases or decreases proportionately and fixed cost remains fixed in total. Take an example here. If there is a sales of rupees 50,000 and there is a sales of rupees 1 lakh and variable cost is 50%. If 50,000 is sales, the variable cost will be 25,000, whereas if sales is 1 lakh, the variable cost will be 50,000. And if the contribution will be 25,000 if the sales are there 50,000 and 50,000 if the sales reaches to 1 lakh. Less fixed cost. So fixed cost as it remains same, you are deducting. Let us suppose fixed cost is just 10,000. So 10,000 in both the cases as it remains same. So if when the sales are 50,000, the profit will be 15,000, and when the sales are 1 lakh, the profit will be 40,000. So use of this fixed cost that increases profit to equity shareholders. So that is what we say operating leverage. So operating leverage is calculated by contribution by EBIT, contribution divided by EBIT. Contribution is nothing but sales minus variable cost divided by EBIT. Degree of operating leverage is equal to percentage of change in EBIT divided by percentage of change in sales. That we learnt regarding operating leverage. ಸೊ ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಲಿವರೇಜನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಬೈ EBIT, ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನನ್ನು EBITಯಿಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭಾಗಿಸಬೇಕು, ಅಥವಾ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ಮೈನಸ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ EBIT. ಸೊ ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆಪರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಲಿವರೇಜನ್ನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಲಿವರೇಜ್. ಫೈನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಲಿವರೇಜ್ ಈಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ sources of fund in a capital structure. So using of fixed cost in the financial structure is called the financial leverage. It is nothing but using of debt capital and preference capital in capital structure leads to financial leverage. So financial leverage is computed if there is no preference shares. The financial leverage is computed EBIT by EBT. And when there is preference shares, so EBIT divided by EBT minus preference dividend divided by 1 minus tax rate. T means tax rate here. Degree of financial leverage is equal to percentage of change in taxable profits divided by percentage of change in operating profit. Or degree of financial leverage, another formula, percentage of change in EPS divided by percentage change in EBIT. That is financial leverage. So financial leverage already mentioned that using of fixed cost sources of funds in a capital structure. So debenture and the preference share capital. Debenture carries fixed interest, whereas preference share capital carries fixed dividend. So if these two are fixed, so it helps to maximize the profit available to equity shareholders. So that is what we say financial leverage. In this session that we are going to learn about what is operating leverage, what is financial leverage, and what is combined leverage. So already we learnt about operating leverage, financial leverage, and now we shall learn about combined leverage. Combined leverage is nothing but a composite leverage or the total leverage. It is a combination of operating leverage and the financial leverage. The combined leverage expresses the effect of change in sales over change in taxable profits of the company. So when operating leverage and financial leverage both are used together, it leads to combined leverage. So combined leverage is computed like this. Combined leverage is equal to operating leverage multiplied by financial leverage. Combined leverage is also computed by contribution into EBIT divided by contribution divided by EBIT and EBIT divided by EBT. In the sense, combined leverage is equal to contribution by EBT. So that is how we are computing combined leverage. So in conclusion, combined leverage is the composite leverage or the total leverage. It is a combination of operating leverage and the financial leverage. The combined leverage expresses the effect of change in sales over change in taxable profits of the company. So in the entire this chapter, we studied about the capital structure, how the capital structure that affects to the earnings of equity shareholders, how we can magnify the profit available to equity shareholders, and what are the funds available to purchase the assets, how we can mix the different sources of funds, and by using different sources of funds, how we can magnify the returns available to equity shareholders. So in the beginning that we learnt about the capital structure. So capital structure consists of two types of funds, Owner's fund and borrowed fund. Owner's fund consists of equity share capital, preference share capital, and resource and surplus, and whereas borrowed fund consists of the borrowed fund, the debenture capital, or long-term loans. Then we studied about trading on equity and debt equity ratio, how debt equity ratio that affects, and what are the significance of debt equity ratio. Then trading on equity. So what is the significance of trading on equity? Then we studied about the operating leverage, financial leverage, and finally the combined leverage. So all these attempts are made by financial manager to enhance or magnify the return available to equity shareholders. That is the main objective behind, or the main objective of financial management. That's all. Thank you.